In an unprecedented move, thousands of teachers across Arizona made good on a vote to walk out this week. This after demands that state lawmakers pass legislation to raise their pay and increase funding for schools went unmet. Day one of their protest brought many to the state capitol on Thursday.
Can you even believe this is happening right now in Arizona? Can you honestly even believe that this is taking place?
Teachers in Tucson traveled up to Phoenix together that morning. The grassroots group, Arizona Educators United, and the teachers union, Arizona Educators Association, are leading the Red for Ed movement and rejected a proposal from Governor Doug Ducey to raise teacher salaries by 19% over 3 school years. We learned more about their demands and issues with the governor's plan from Jason Freed, president of the Tucson Educators Association. What exactly AEA, Arizona Educators United, what do the two groups want?
We need to see significant salary increases for all educators. Right now, the governor's plan only proposes increases for teachers. We know that there's a number of other educators in the system that deserve salary increases, and so that's part of this. It's making sure that this is a funding mechanism that is sustainable, and that we're not stealing this money from other areas that are in great need. And we want to see some infrastructure. We have buildings that are literally crumbling. We have books that predate our students. The average computer in Tucson Unified is 12 years old. That means that a high school senior, right now, today's high school senior, that computer was purchased when they were in kindergarten.
If legislators come forward with a plan that gives teachers a 10% raise right now and a sustainable plan for the near future, will that be enough to stop this?
Not if it's specifically teachers. That's the term that the governor continues to use.
Do you want to see a bill, passage of a bill, or something signed?
What we should be seeing is a budget. We should be seeing a full budget that's passed by both the House and the Senate and approved by the governor.
For a lot of people, if their boss were to say, I understand you want a 20% raise, but I can't give you that now, here's what I can do, and then here's a plan for the future,
yeah,
that might be enough of a good faith effort.
Absolutely, and I think looking at those kinds of mechanisms, I'm feeling a number, when I talk to educators, I feel that the structure that the governor has is one that is doable. And so it's not a matter of, people are saying I want X percent this very moment, but it is a matter of let's see substantial pay raises. Let's see then a plan to get ourselves to significant pay raises so that we stop outsourcing our teachers.
Are negotiations actually taking place right now?
I think the governor believes negotiations are taking place. I don't think substantive negotiations are taking place because he's not bringing everybody into the room. If you're not bringing educators into the room, if you're not bringing superintendents, and not just a handful of selected individuals, but truly a widespread group of superintendents, a widespread group of educators, leaders, and classroom teachers and classified folks. If he's not having those discussions, if he's not bringing both Democrats and Republicans to meet into these discussions and these debates, then no, he's not really. What he's doing is he's meeting with some folks who are of similar thought as he is, and that's how they're trying to move forward with the budget. This is going to take bipartisan effort, and if you don't have educators in the room, how are you going to know what educators feel?
It seems as though both groups are the governor and the organizations are holding each other's feet to the fire. Who's going to flinch first?
I don't know how educators can back down, because really we're standing up for our kids, and so we really have this mission, and this mission is to take care of our students. We accepted that we're not going to be in the most lucrative of professions, but to be asking educators to be educating our kids during the day and then have a second job in the evening and the weekends. For our educators to be on government assistance because their salaries are so low. Those are the kinds of things that are really unconscionable, and I'm tired of seeing my colleagues leave the profession or leave to go to other states to continue to be an educator because it's the only way that they can pay their bills.